There is a world just beyond now where reality rides a razor-thin seam between fact and possibility, where the laws of the present collide with the crimes of tomorrow. Patrolling these vast outlands is a new breed of lawman, guarding the fringes of society's frontiers. They are known simply as Highwaymen. And this is their story.
Okay, aerobics video. So you want to beat the grave. Cue the fan, stand by girls, and action!
And 1, and 2, and left, and right, and up, and down. Work it, run it. Come on, you can do it. Right now you think you're gonna die, but you're wrong. You're gonna live. Sit up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Come on, work it. That's it, girl. You got it. Come on, pull and pull. Yes, I know you could do it.
This taken? So what's the tariff?
I beg your pardon?
You want to get out of here?
I'm expecting someone.
Honey, I've been here an hour. I know the scene.
If you don't mind, I really am expecting someone.
Honey, why play games? What's it going to take for both of us to blow this place and get it on? Come on, you want somebody special? I'm it. Now, the next guy who shows up has to beat me out of that, so what do you say? You going to stay? We're going to play.
I guess we play.
My apologies, madam. What can the house buy the gentleman?
Anything straight up.
You're late.
You're welcome.
I could have handled him with a little less spectacle.
The message was urgent. What's the crisis?
Do you believe in vampires?
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Make that a Bloody Mary.
A young woman's body was uncovered in a cemetery that hasn't been in use for over a century.
Oh, it sounds like a job for the local authorities.
All the blood had been drained from the body. Several other bodies have turned up recently with more than just blood missing.
So what's the company line?
We think that we may be dealing with black market medicine.
Black market?
Someone with the right cash flow can buy whatever they want, whenever they need it. No red tape, no waiting. A billionaire body club.
Seems like somebody was shooting an exercise video in a cemetery, and the star of the show turned out to be a girl who was recently killed and drained of all of her blood.
Sorry, Highway. Blood sucking is a local offense, not a federal.
Wrong. Interpol has been tracing murders like this for the last 2 years. They were getting nowhere until they got a tip on the suspect. His name's Joshua Towler. Here. Rich kid doctor. Does a lot of stuff with famous people all over the world.
All that disgusting money, fun, and good looks doesn't make him a bad guy.
Well, his travels put him in locations where several of the killings took place.
Sounds like the perfect cover for a vampire.
Yeah. After reading about that report, I suggest we get serious about this thing before the young lady who wrote it turns up dead.
Young lady?
She's a police detective from Denver. She just took a leave of absence to go after Towler.
Why the personal interest?
Her younger sister just went to work for Towler.
What's she like?
She's a tidy little unit.
Beautiful.
I need to see somebody who's staying here.
What's the name?
Her modeling name is Melissa Stewart.
Yes, well, you've certainly come to the right place. She is here, but I don't think she can be seen right now.
And why not?
ball. It's tonight. She and all the others are preparing for it.
I need to see the man in charge.
How do I look? A little on the nose. I think I have a better idea.
We may have a more pressing problem. We just received word that President Montoya is arriving tonight.
It's out of the question.
We've no choice, Josh. Unless you care to waive your restriction on our taking dead clients.
How bad is he?
A day or two, at the most. His heart is getting weaker and weaker.
I want this one too much to have it spoiled by a small party. Moderation is the key tonight. Especially our targeted young heart donor, Melissa. Her blood must be pure.
Oh, there's a problem. A friend of hers just showed up. A police-type friend.
I'm not leaving without seeing her.
And you are the police officer inquiring after Miss Stewart?
I'm also family. I'm her sister.
Then this is not an official visit?
Did that have you worried?
I see, the protective sister. Well, let me put you at ease. All the artists and models who reside here are busy preparing this morning for the ball, to which we would be delighted to invite you.
Thanks.
Here's an address where all the special guests are being costumed. I'm sure you're going to have a great time, and Melissa will be delighted to see you.
I'm sure.
What is it now, Mason?
Nothing, I'm sure. Release the shipment without uncrating it.
Who's in charge?
Either we inspect the shipment right here, or we release it to a bonded customs broker for inspection in the morning.
Officer, this crate contains a very special gift for the mayor's ball tonight, to which we're all going to be very late.
And that includes me.
Mr. Mayor, is that you? I mean, what did he get?
It's a costume ball. Josh, isn't that the Rodin you're presenting to the museum tonight?
I'm sorry we're cutting it so close, Tom, but when it comes to exporting world-class art, I'm afraid there's red tape on both ends.
Officer, this man's bringing priceless art to this city. Now, couldn't you and one of your men kind of inspect that while it's being unloaded?
Well, I guess we could.
That's a good man that we can load up and move out because half the city's waiting for us. I'll remember you.
Let's go.
Guests will be prepped and ready at 12 midnight, yes?
Oh, yes.
And the young lady that showed up this afternoon?
Under control. Jazz says there are a number of sharp turns and canyons between her motel and the museum.
Good. promise the rest of the night we'll go off on schedule.
You're a remarkable person, Josh. It's rare to find someone who wants to give so much to the world that doesn't have one foot in the grave.
Well, it's odd that you should bring up that subject. You know, the grave will soon be a thing of the past. We are on the threshold of everlasting life.
Is that your specialty, Doctor, or geriatrics?
My foundation is on the cutting edge, Your Honor. The cutting edge.
Highway to General. How'd it go?
Taylor went to meet the plane.
They pick up anybody interesting?
Depends on what you're interested in. A crate, the size and shape of a coffin.
Well, any guess on what the contents were?
I think Dracula's having his dinner delivered tonight. Kind of Transylvanian version. I'm ordering a pizza.
You want to tell me where they took it?
Still moving. I'll get back to you. You still following the lady cop?
I was staked down on this highway that she's going to use tonight to go to some party Taylor's throwing, so it should be no problem. got up on the wrong side of the road.
You're on 3, WRCB.
Petrino, the news spread throughout the raisin business.
More raisins?
Now Kellogg's puts 2 bigger scoops in Kellogg's Raisin Bran for even more raisins.
More raisins?
Raisin brokers, raisin shippers, and raisin raisers work furiously to meet the Kellogg's demand.
More raisins!
It's been tough on some of us.
More raisins.
But it's been worth it, because now 2 scoops in Kellogg's Raisin Bran means even more raisins than ever before.
More raisins.
This is the all-new Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. And this is the new Cutlass Supreme game going on right now. Game brochures are at your Oldsmobile dealer or participating McDonald's. Understand so far? Good. Play the Cutlass Supreme game. You could win an all-new Cutlass Supreme SL or $1,000 in cash. And you'll get a coupon for cash back on a new Cutlass Supreme. Game pieces are at your Olds dealer. You should go there. Any question? Good.
Set your sights on savings at the JCPenney Night and Day Sale. Starting Friday, 6 p.m. and all day Saturday, there'll be store-wide savings you'll really take a shine to. Check your newspaper for local store hours and savings. Like 25% off all Priscilla curtains and men's par 4 and Fox slacks. All women's swimwear 30% off. But hurry, Saturday when day is done, so's the sale. It's the JCPenney Night and Day Sale where the sky's the limit. JCPenney.
Sunday, a young girl journeys from innocence to her coming of age when she falls in love with Rob Lowe.
Sure do like you.
Home is where the heart is, Sunday.
I'm a federal marshal. Well, I've been watching you since you tried to see your sister at the foundation.
How do you happen to know so much about me?
Let me put it to you another way. Somebody just tried to kill you, and you're not going to help your sister by going to that ball.
This princess is going to the ball. Any questions, Marshal?
Things aren't going right.
Oh, really? I thought our smuggling of President Montoya past customs in a box positively brilliant. The party's a smash. Everybody's here.
Yes. Including that lady cop who Jazz was supposed to have disposed of. One must assume that something went wrong since she's here and he isn't.
I'm going to find Melissa.
Meg, I think we should stick together.
Who was that with her?
He was in our lobby this morning at the same time. They didn't acknowledge that they knew each other.
I don't think I like him. Go and find the girl's sister and make suitable excuses to get her out of here for surgery.
Now, tonight, while they're here.
We'll think of something. You always do.
There you are. What are you doing here?
Well, you wrote and said you're going to Paris. The least I could do is come and say goodbye.
No. You didn't come all this way to be sentimental, Mink. You came here to try to stop me. Nothing you can say is going to change my mind.
The night is young, honey. Go easy on the booze.
Okay, I won't interfere. The truth is, Mink, I have orders not to drink at all tonight. And that's what you don't understand. These are the kind of people you don't even hear about in your sleazy cop job that you love so much. This is class, Mink. Upscale. Another planet.
Hey! What a party, eh, Highwayman?
I thought you were watching Taller's crate.
I did, and here we are. They brought it to the party. Makes you want to stay away from the buffet table, doesn't it?
Look, we gotta find out what is in that crate.
I was afraid you were going to say that. See the fella over there? I don't know his name, but he's been watching you ever since you walked in. I think he works for Taylor.
Where's Taylor right now?
About 3 o'clock and closing.
Aren't we foreboding? And who are we supposed to be? What are you? Well, I'm God, of course, with the power to decide who lives or dies.
Our beloved mayor, Tom Bowie.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, but
If you'll excuse me,
spotlight really
I look forward to our next encounter.
for a fine young man
Tell me,
in this fair city
what
that
type
I've
are you?
grown to respect more and
Type?
more with each passing dollar.
As in blood.
I give you the man behind the foundation for the Arts Museum, Dr. Joshua Taller.
As part of our ongoing program of contributing to the cultural enhancement of our community, we have brought directly from Europe as a lasting exhibit in this museum one of Rodin's most celebrated works.
Hey! Looking for something? Matter of fact, I am. Cute little toy on your hip. You want to see he's faster?
Won't be necessary.
Don't give up so easy.
Nice weight. And it makes nice size holes.
You want to take my word for it?
Who are all these people living here?
People in the arts, painters, sculptors, serious musicians, models. The entire foundation is privately funded so that young people can develop their talents here and then go out and share them with the rest of the world.
Sounds too good to be true.
Lieutenant Minkwitz, you made the party. How wonderful. Please, come inside.
Mr. Mason, what a charmer. I can see why you like this place, Melissa.
I'm sorry, I was changing into my costume when I'm afraid I got an urgent call about our trip to Paris.
You're going to Paris with Melissa?
Our models don't travel unchaperoned. But if I don't get Melissa down to the consulate tonight, there's not going to be any trip.
Why? What's the matter?
Some sort of immigration snafu. We're not going to get a chance to do this trip if we don't deal with the vaccination business.
If you're going, I'm going. And I'm bringing a friend.
I have asked you politely to stay out of my life, and now I am telling you, leave me alone.
Why don't you give your sister a few more minutes? She's come a long way to see you.
Who are you?
A friend.
We have nothing else to say to each other. You can't keep trying to live my life for me.
Forget it, Highway.
Melissa, I hope you know what you're doing. Let's go. Where are you going, Mink?
Home. I made a mistake.
Maybe not. Mink, maybe you shouldn't go off by yourself.
Yeah? Why not?
One thing, you don't have a car.
I forgot. I was so upset.
I think you also forgot about the attempt on your life.
You shouldn't see me like this. I'm a good cop.
I don't know. We've been I want you to meet someone.
Welcome to the Bleeding Heart Dating Club. I hope you don't mind if I made myself at home.
Not very funny. Montana, this is Mink.
My pleasure.
How are you?
What's all the stuff about vampires?
No time right now.
There's always time for caution, Highway.
We're not dealing with vampires.
Then what are we dealing with?
Something much more dangerous.
Well, what did you think of my speech?
I'll send roses later. Right now, we have to get going. President Montoya's condition is stable but weak.
Has he been prepped?
We have him on his way to our mobile surgery unit.
And what of our young heart donor?
She conveniently sent her sister away along with that highwayman who accompanied her. We told them she had to get downtown for some vaccinations.
Well, I am a qualified doctor. Explain to her that I'll administer her shots right here at the foundation. We must have her sedated and ready for surgery immediately.
What is it?
That depends.
On what?
On what you parked that bug on. You parked it on a vampire, I got no news.
No, I put it on a girl who's in trouble.
You planted a bug on Melissa.
Well, she's moving, and she's moving fast. Your sister just went by.
Let's go.
Stabilize and monitor all of Melissa's fluids and stand by the heart-lung machine. Let's keep her pressure up and start cooling her.
Heart and lung standing by. We're ready to perfuse whenever you're ready.
Excellent.
We haven't lost.
We misplaced him.
Well, then we'll just have to take to the air.
Take to the air.
They're gonna hear us coming and dump Melissa long before we get to them.
What's going on?
Hold that. Well, they haven't gone to all this trouble to single out Melissa to dump her on the highway. They have something very special in mind for her.
Where's it lead to?
Down towards an industrial park.
together and secure them.
We're ready to go in, Josh. President Montoya is stable, prepped and ready.
We lost them. They must have pulled off somewhere.
Not a trace.
Give me a 10 blade. We're ready to start our decision. Stand by with the sternal saw. She has a strong heart. The president should live a long time.
Hello. The moon rose slowly over Acapulco.
Ah, the honeymooners back.
And mellow and in...
Ready to fly out here for a little camping?
Oh.
Hey, rumor has it, friends disappear once they're married.
I'll still call. Someone's got to talk me out of the urge to buy a station wagon.
You got it.
Hey, what would I do? Run an ad? Best friend wanted? 24 years experience?
The closeness you share is clear on AT&T.
Reach out and touch someone. Take a nice cool dip, take a real refreshing sip, take that wholesome dairy goodness on a trip across your lip with a treat that treats you good. Ice cream.
Real dairy goodness, that's ice cream. So treat yourself to some real wholesome fun.
A treat that treats you good. Ice cream.
Can one light mayonnaise taste that much better? A nationwide taste test proves the best tasting light is Hellman's Light. Naturally one. It's Hellman's. Hellman's Light Mayonnaise. With half the calories. Bring out the best.
The Highwayman.
On Our House, the family struggles to survive a devastating disaster. And on Family Ties, has Nick become more than just one of the girls?
I can't believe it. My boyfriend's a snow queen.
This is really scary. Then on Day by Day, Dad gets a job and gets fired. Will it spark a mini rebellion?
Sunday.
To Kentucky Fried Chicken's $9.99 family meal deal. Right now, get 10 delicious pieces of chicken, 4 hot buttermilk biscuits, large mashed potatoes and gravy, plus fresh coleslaw.
Nothing tastes more like home than Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It's a complete family meal for just $9.99.
You're never too far, so come in for
the $9.99 family meal.
Kentucky Fried Chicken is home.
I hope the public realizes how beneficial Crime Stoppers program is. When the information was needed to solve the George Friedman murder investigation in the St. Elmo area, this information did come through the Crime Stoppers program. Bill Markham and the staff of Channel 3 Eyewitness News has done a great job in the presentation of the reenactments of these crimes that we are investigating. Crime Stoppers has made a difference.
The Jeffersons, weekdays at 4:30 on Channel 3.
It's not a sign. Nothing. They're down there. We'll find them.
We're ready to remove the heart.
Kick in the heart-lung machine.
Heart-lung on and functioning normal.
Let's go in.
There's something that way.
Must be that industrial park.
There must be 3 dozen warehouses. She could be any place. We'll just swing back lower, see if you can spot the light source.
Listen. Could we have been followed?
Turn off those monitors so we can hear. They're going away. There's nothing to worry about. Restart the equipment.
Let's recalibrate the monitors. They're all off.
Can we please get on with it? We have hours ahead of us. What is it?
Her arterial line monitor. Her pressure's dropping.
Look at that glucose reading. Cotton, what's happening to her? I asked you a question.
There are traces of sugar in her blood.
At those levels, that's not sugar, that's alcohol.
I ordered you to keep her free of contaminants. You knew this ahead of time, yet you gave no warning?
He was only out of my sight for a moment. Nothing at all. Nothing, not a sign of life. The chopper's back.
The helicopter can't be a coincidence.
We must have been followed. Quickly, uncouple the trucks. We're through here for tonight.
Joshua, we have to proceed. The General's condition is deteriorating.
We have to transfuse him. And if we take the amount we need to save him, we'll lose her. And we'll never find another heart with her matching leukocyte antigens.
We can't transfuse him with her blood. The alcohol will kill him.
Your lapse has cost President Montoya his life. And my foundation a $25 million fee.
I'll find a donor, I swear. We have records. Hundreds of people in our organization.
At this point, yours and President Montoya's chances of survival are about equal.
Better check the fuel highway.
We'll keep looking till we run out. Jetto, that you? Any luck finding the missing body? Oh, excuse me.
Highway, is that you? Easy, lad. That's a hell of a cold you're getting. Sorry I'm late. I got thrown in jail for busting up the vampire's private party. Anyway, that coffin I was following was a false alarm. The box contains a statue. If they're draining bodies, they're not doing it in their basement. You're not Highway. I hope what I said is purely confidential, mate.
Something went wrong last night.
I know. I had to get Jetto out of jail.
Out of jail?
Tell me your side.
We may have lost another girl.
Policewoman?
No, her sister. She hasn't been seen or heard of since last night's ball.
What did the foundation say?
It says she left for Paris.
Well, I don't think that Joshua Towler would hide behind a story like that if it didn't hold water.
Both he and the girl disappeared from the costume party.
Next time there's a change in rendezvous, you two, fill me in. I just debriefed a man in briefs.
What'd you tell him?
The crate they brought in from South America contained a statue, nothing more.
Any sign of an important visitor?
Why, you have somebody in mind?
It's rumored that President Montoya has slipped out of his country. Destination unknown.
That's great. 1,000 people died last time he held elections there.
What's that got to do with Towler?
A leak from a political opponent says the president is in rapidly failing health.
You can buy votes, but you can't buy a young body.
Yeah, maybe he can.
By taking any number of lives to do it. Let's hope it's not too late.
Now, Jetto, I want you to nose around the airport. Check all incoming, outgoing flights out of Montoya's country. I'll get back to work and see if I can find a tracer on Mink's sister. Or her remains.
Curried order?
Sorry, I've lost my appetite.
Thanks anyway, honey.
Okay. Highway, you at least got time for a tall one?
Not unless you want any more bodies turning up.
care what kind of suspicions that lopsided brain of yours has conjured up, Lieutenant Minkowitz. You have Chief Stafford's men turning a 200-year-old landmark upside down for 4 hours in the hot sun, and now every single member of his department would like to shoot you.
My sister is missing, and she disappeared last night from your leading citizens' party.
At which half the town was in attendance. What does that prove? And what concrete evidence do you have that Josh Towler's involved in this?
None, but it doesn't matter.
And what evidence do you have that she's even missing? You said she was headed for Paris, and Josh Towler confirmed that to me personally.
I checked the airport. She wasn't on anything that could have possibly connected to Paris.
If you want my #1 candidate for anything suspicious around here...
I wouldn't promise the press an arrest in 24 hours. He happens to be a federal marshal.
Well, J. Edgar must be rolling over in his grave. Last time I saw a pose like that, John Wayne was tracking Indians.
Yeah, well, works for trucks, too. Good-sized semi parked here not too long ago. Maybe about the same time that other girl was murdered.
Well, that's a real reach. You want to try to tell that to the professionals here?
I suggest you ask them how many 18-wheelers traffic through an old graveyard in 1 year. Then you might see these tracks belong to a truck owned by Joshua Towler.
We got to roll, Highway.
You found my sister. Is she all right?
How'd you pick that up?
I was servicing the microprocessor to see if it might have been our own glitch that lost the target last night. Boom. Came back up on the radar screen.
What is it? Well, what does this mean?
Well, that's the homing device we planted on your sister last night.
My guess is it's near the university.
Cut.
Yeah, without her in it.
Here's our bug.
Since this is the first human dissection many of you will have observed, I must warn you that I will not tolerate any manner of disrespect. These were, after all, people, thought enough about the advancement of medicine to will their bodies to the university. Remove the sheets, please.
Hold on.
And just what is the meaning of this? I must ask you to leave here at once, or I'll call the police.
I am the police.
The receptionist in the lobby of the foundation. She works for them.
The Highwayman will continue.
Home is where the heart is, where you got to start, where the sweetest part is. Feel the warmth of my mama's kitchen and taste the goodness of home. Welcome home, welcome back to Kentucky Fried Chicken. A little bit of home in your hand. You're never too far, so come as you are. Kentucky Fried Chicken is home.
Coors, America's #1 draft, presents famous sports originals. The original aerobics class. The first portable exercise machine. The first guy to play too many football games without a helmet. Now Coors, the original draft in 12-ounce kegs, introduces the original Sports Nuts collection. Look for this display at your favorite store and go a little nuts.
If you could ask for a truck that goes wherever you want to go and you've got the performance answer, Toyota 4x4. Ask for rugged good looks and style and get the bragging rights that go with them. Don't compromise. Don't settle for less than Toyota quality. Now who's looking out for #1?
Toyota.
Who could ask for anything more?
On Facts of Life.
Imagine going to a party without a bra.
Then an all-new enchanting chapter of The Storyteller.
What?
With Jim Henson's fabulous creatures.
Did they live happily ever after? No!
And the Golden Girls in Moscow.
The world is in heap big trouble.
Then an amen lesson in gambling.
You take checks.
We take legs.
Saturday.
Saturday, Hunter uncovers stolen diamonds
Check it out.
and reveals a surprising killer.
Satisfied?
Hunter.
Protect their future while they protect yours. Support the men and women who serve in the National Guard and Reserve.
We're in trouble, Josh.
Trouble? This sculpture alone is worth millions. My father and all his medical cronies didn't earn that much in a lifetime. We earn it in a single operation.
When we're in control, when we can move our donors around the world without being watched. If this highwayman continues his distractions, eventually the patients will stop coming.
There is no price a rich man will not pay for life. We provide a one-of-a-kind service. And even with last night's carelessness, we lost nothing.
We lost $25 million.
President Montoya is dead?
No, because I found a suitable blood donor in time to save him.
For what, a few hours? He can't last out the day. We can't operate while we're being watched.
Your trouble, Mason, is that you think mortal. You don't soar high enough or look... Look down and see what I see. What's the highwayman doing back here? I wish you wouldn't touch that statue. It's priceless. If you know your art, you know how expensive a piece like that is.
Well, how about that piece beside you? That expensive too?
It's probably the centerpiece of my collection.
The city's collection.
On permanent exhibition in my building on behalf of the city. It's a virtual museum.
You own it. The taxpayers shelter it.
Hundreds of school buses come here every week.
Well, are the children told that all this artwork is paid for in human blood?
I'm indulging you, highwayman. Make your point, then leave.
You got a problem, Josh. You're out of touch with reality. And you don't believe anything is beyond your judgment, including life and death.
You're all talk, highwayman. If you had any proof of these fantasies, you wouldn't be standing here empty-handed.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing I can do, except teach you that nothing is more important on this planet than life.
You wouldn't. It's priceless.
You'll pay for this. No, you'll pay, Josh, for what you've done, for making human beings into a gallery of spare parts. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be there. I'll be waiting for you.
Thank you for the escort, Tom. But I must say, I find all this attention embarrassing.
Well, I just hope all this harassment hasn't soured you, Josh. And I want you to know that highwayman hasn't got a chance in hell of getting out of this state with his hide intact.
You're telling me your people still haven't located a truck the size of a locomotive?
Well, I'm sure he's driven into some dark bottle and pulled a cart in after him.
We have a plane to catch, Josh. Our schedule is tight.
Time is life, Tom. And it calls.
Your Honor, a moment of your time, please.
Chief, arrest these people.
On what charge, Mr. Mayor? Seeing off a plane?
Your buddy's being chased by every law enforcement agency in this state.
I want to salute you on that, Mr. Mayor. Because that highwayman is crazy. I mean, did you hear about what he did down at the museum today?
Mr. Mayor, Josh, we have to go.
Just a second, Dr. Tomlin. Now, for the record, the last place my sister was seen was at your party. Where is she?
Well, I certainly hope she's waiting at the boarding gate to make her trip to Paris.
Melissa's at the gate? Melissa, it is you. Last night I thought you were dead.
Well, last night I thought I was dead.
Miss Stewart passed out last night. She wasn't supposed to drink on top of the special shots required for her visa.
What kind of shots were those? Oh. And are you a doctor, as well as some sort of government mechanic?
Oh, I see my reputation precedes me. I also see there aren't any passengers on this plane.
This is a private charter. We're simply dropping Miss Stewart and Dr. Mason off in Los Angeles with a connection flight to Paris. Now, that's the end of all the questioning.
There'll be no more delays, Doctor. Let's go, Montana.
I'm sorry I didn't call you last night, but the shots on top of the champagne, I virtually passed out.
Melissa, excuse me. I've got to talk to you. I think you're in some kind of serious danger here.
I know, Mink.
You know?
You thought I was in some kind of serious danger ever since I was a little girl. And I probably never would have grown up in one piece without you.
Melissa, we have got to go.
Look, I'm really sorry I was short with you last night. I really do love you. Tell Mom and Dad all right?
Yeah, have a nice trip. Come on, folks, give these people a break. They've been delayed long enough.
You know, I've never had a chance to look inside one of these private jets. I don't suppose I could take a quick peek before they,
Chief.
Well, of course, I could do it some other time.
If you're not both out of here in 2 minutes, you're going to join your buddy on the All Points boat.
Highway, Taylor and his crew are boarding a private jet. They got Melissa with them.
Don't we get a little champagne to celebrate?
After the hangover you woke up with today?
Oh, I feel wonderful now. Nothing could spoil this. I am so excited.
I think they've been cleared for takeoff.
We have a momentary hold before takeoff, Dr. Mason, in case you'd like to give your passenger the tour.
What's he talking about? What tour?
Go ahead. He likes to show off. It's really quite extraordinary.
We're ready for you, Melissa. Come, lie down. So the orderlies can strap you in and prep you.
Highway, the jet's moving.
Let's get out of here. This place is beginning to bore me.
Highway, they get off the ground. There's nothing we can do to stop them.
Well, you see? We made it. Good things happen to good people. Josh, look. Keep going. We're not gonna make it. Don't stop. That's an order.
Just keep running. It'd be my pleasure, Joshua.
You wouldn't shoot a man in the back.
Wouldn't? Just put the case down, slowly.
Don't trust him, Highway. Watch him.
collar. My God.
Not anymore.
The Highwayman will be right back.
No, take the last one. I can make another batch.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. You can whip up a chewy no-bake batch in minutes. However, nobody has to know that but you.
I know how you love them, so I don't mind the work.
Besides, Rice Krispies Treats certainly taste like somebody slaved over them.
Really? It's no bother.
Rice Krispies Treats, so good, it's hard to believe how easy they are.
It's worth any amount of trouble, as long as it makes you happy.
Every now and then, something comes along that makes life a little more enjoyable, a little more refreshing, a little more livable. Not many things can say all that. NutraSweet. Why so many things taste so good.
He survived Vietnam, has a black belt in Aikido. Meet Nico, a cop with an attitude above the law.
Rated R. Check newspapers for a theater near you.
Next, Night Court meets Her Honor.
I'm not used to being in a position of punishing anyone. You get used to it.
Then Beverly Hills Bunce takes a long ride to a short shootout.
Freeze!
And on an all-new Miami Vice, Crockett meets the Bullet.
Ready!
With his own name on it.
It's a possibility that he may be paralyzed.
Tonight.
An American tradition continues when the Cardinals face the Mets. Then the Yankees meet the Brewers. An old-fashioned doubleheader. Saturday.
Well, I just saw Mink get Melissa off.
Especially Mink.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, it took you long enough.
You sound a little jealous.
Of a local cop? Where's she from, Des Moines?
No, Denver. It's 8729 Alpine.
Enough. Where's Jetto?
Oi! Did Jetto just leave a very unhappy gentleman or what? I just put the president on the airplane without his illegal operation. He looked like death warmed up.
He was pretty angry, huh?
He did have one last request he wanted everybody in the department to listen to.
I'm sure.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I do.
I'll have to play it for you. Excuse me, Bullet. I left my heart in Arizona. Excuse me.
Jetto, I don't want to shoot you.
You won't live long enough to shoot me.
Next on The Highwayman.
They grabbed Winford. We suspect electrochemical interrogation.
Good old days. All we needed was a strong gut and a pair of pliers.
Whatever you're thinking can be seen by others on a monitor.
Behind all this lovey-dovey drivel.
Tomorrow night, hunters hot on the prowl of $1 million jewel thief. But will a surprising killer fake him out? And later, it's the best of Saturday Night Live. And a satirical look at the 1988 presidential candidates. Join Dana Carvey, Nora Dunn, Phil Hartman, Jan Hooks, Victoria Jackson, John Lovitz, Dennis Miller, and Kevin Nealon for the best of Saturday Night Live, Decision 88, tomorrow night.